This week, we're getting into some frightful fun at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
And then we're taking a sneak peek at this year's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
Plus the latest theme park news and more coming at you from the attraction studio at Give Kids the World Village right now.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Quinn.
So this weekend is the, what do you call it every other year? Not biannual, but like...
I think it is biannual.
Is that? Well,
yeah.
The D23 Expo is happening this weekend, and this is the first one since the 2013 Expo that I have not gone to. I'm not going
Yeah,
this
I'm
year.
not going either.
We're just going to stay here.
Yep, we're going to stay here.
Check the Twitters for all the
I got to
stuff.
get ready for Halloween Horror Nights. It's coming up. You got to mentally prepare.
Of course.
And I got to get my wallet ready, more importantly, because I'm going to buy all that merchandise.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the pass holder magnet they're going to hand out?
Yeah, I did see that. The like arcade cabinet.
I gotta go
That's
get that.
Really cool.
Anyway, but we're talking about D23 Expo.
Yeah.
Lots of news always comes out of the D23 Expo every single time they do this. The big one, of course, the Parks and Resorts panel. This is where they're going to talk about the stuff coming to the theme parks around the world. I think there's going to be a heavy focus on Epcot this year.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we already know about Ratatouille and Guardians, and we know that Future World is getting revamped.
I think that's what they're going to talk about.
Yeah, there is a lot of potential for what else they're doing. Oh, and the Play Pavilion that's going
the Wonders of Life.
Yeah, Wonders of Life. That's
Body
it.
Wars. Yeah. But there's a lot of speculation. You know,
yeah, like what's going where Interventions is, and I mean, there's that whole area just.
Exactly, and not even like at Epcot, but like even around the world, speculation of what they could talk about or even announce. Because I mean, the 2017, they threw out a bunch of announcements that just were out of left field, we had no rumor or idea about. So I've been kind of theorizing about what could be an out of left field announcement this year. And I've been really thinking about the Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Are you scared?
I'm scared because, I mean, think of it this way. The Twilight Zone just recently got rebooted on CBS, so CBS may start being like, hey, we're going to charge you a little bit more to use our IP now. And Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster are the only two attractions left at Walt Disney World that use outside IPs that Disney does not own.
I think that Rock and Roller Coaster has been in people's minds as on the chopping block for a while, or at least the theming of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the theming of Tower of Terror maybe going away because they just celebrated its 25th anniversary last month and they didn't create a single piece of commemorative merchandise for the 25th anniversary. So I'm thinking, maybe they're not ready to they're ready to say goodbye to the Twilight Zone.
Luckily, I recently purchased the robe that they sell. This is Hollywood Tower Hotel. So
I need to get that.
If it does go away, I have my merch and we have this hat.
Maybe they'll put all the merchandise on. Maybe it could still be the Hollywood Tower Hotel, just a different theme. That's what we don't know.
That's true. That's what I ask for. You know, if they take away Twilight Zone, at least
keep it the haunted hotel.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
we'll find out everything that happens this weekend. Stay tuned to all our social media channels. We're gonna post all the news as it happens from the D23 Expo this week.
All right, we'll be back after a message from our sponsors.
Save up to 20% on Disney World hotel rooms this fall with a special offer from Mouse Fan Travel. To learn more about this offer and to get a free quote with no obligation, head to mousefantravel.com.
You can save up to $66 on a 4-day Disney World park hopper thanks to Undercover Tourist. For more information on this offer, visit undercovertourist.com. This news in the queue starts off at Magic Kingdom as Walt Disney World has launched a new ticket that can get you into nearly every Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
The new Party Pass includes admission to all party nights except for Halloween night. That's 35 nights of candy, parades, and a bunch of hocus pocus.
The Party Pass is $299 plus tax for ages 10 and up, and $284 plus tax for guests ages 3 to 9.
Now, you can only purchase the pass at Walt Disney World ticket windows or by calling the Disney Reservation Center. And I know this is something that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time.
And that's a ton of candy, man. You can get...
I can imagine.
I go once and I have like 3 bags full of candy because I go with my parents, and then
especially when you're going at the end of the night when they're like they got to get rid of it all.
You don't even have to. If you get this pass, you don't have to buy candy to give out on Halloween. You can just go a couple times, and there you go. You just give that candy out on Halloween.
Very true. I mean, although you're paying $300 for candy, basically.
Well, you can have some of yourself, and you can just ride the ride, see the shows. The new nighttime show, Not So Spooky Celebration, or Spectacular, the fireworks. It's amazing.
I haven't watched the video yet because I'm going to try and see it in person first, but I've seen a couple of clips of that Jack Skellington animatronic, or puppet, not animatronic, but you'll see it on our segment later on in the show. It looks gorgeous.
It's great.
I can't wait. Well, we'll see. I'm worried about how many people are able to buy the pass and if it's going to make nights crowded. I don't know.
We'll see the effect.
We'll see. Now, Universal Orlando had one final reveal to share for this year's Halloween Horror Nights, a nighttime lagoon show.
It's called Halloween Marathon of Mayhem, and the lagoon show will perform at the event from September 6th through November 2nd.
The lagoon at Universal Studios Florida will transform with a spectacle of neon and synthesizers and showcase iconic scenes from your favorite horror films, cult classics, and TV shows.
The concept art for this looks so cool with the
Ghostbusters.
the Demogorgon there.
Yeah.
Or the Mind Flayer, not the Demogorgon, but...
I haven't seen the new season, so I don't know.
That's fair. It's the big one, the like spider-looking thing in the sky.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it looks great. I love that they're finally... I know they've done it a few times in the past here and there, but it's great to see them finally utilizing this.
The first year I went was the last time they did it in 22, and I remember they had like a Psycho, I think it was just classic
and
one.
There's a Frankenstein one.
And I think there was a Chucky one. So I'm super excited because now that it's like one show, it'll just go like through all of it at once, and then it'll happen, I believe, 3 times a night. I believe
that's what I was going to wonder, if it's going to be multiple. Yeah. That'd be great.
I think they said that it was going to be at 10, 11, and 12.
Oh, perfect.
I believe that's what they said.
It's really going to fill out your night at Halloween Horror Nights, and hopefully maybe actually spread the crowds out too, so the lines in the houses will
be... they have that whole new area that they made just for nighttime spectaculars, so...
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Now, Walt Disney World has launched a new ticket option for guests visiting this fall, the Midday Magic Ticket.
With this new ticket type, guests can enter one theme park per day after 12 p.m. and starts at just $88 per day.
2, 3, and 4-day Midday Magic tickets, whoa, that's a mouthful,
are
also available with start dates on or before December 15th, 2019.
I mean, I know they've always had there's I think an annual pass, the Epcot After 4 annual pass. Yeah. So it's kind of cool to be able to see them doing these kind of things where, I know the Island H2O Water Park by where Margaritaville is, they have like an offer where the tickets are cheaper after a certain time of the day. So it's cool to see Disney doing something like this.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of people don't get up until like 10 or 11 anyways, because they like to sleep in. I mean, I don't know, I like to. But you know that those people will be the ones to get this pass. Exactly.
And you're still plenty of time from noon till 10, 11, whenever Magic Kingdom closes to enjoy the park. So I think this is going to be a good way to save a little extra money. Use that to get, your lightsabers or something by Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now, Star Wars fans, speaking of which, can get a sneak peek of Star Wars Rise of the Resistance this September thanks to a 2-hour special set to air on Freeform.
Hosted by Neil Patrick Harris, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Adventure Awaits will take viewers on a journey through the new lands at Disneyland and Walt Disney World and explores how Batuu came to life.
Celebrity guests on the special will include Kaylee Cuoco, Keegan-Michael Key, Jay Leno, Sarah Hyland, Miles Brown, and more.
You can tune in to watch when the special airs on September 29th at 8 p.m. on Eastern on Freeform.
I really do hope that they kind of go in depth on showing Rise of the Resistance. Maybe show some new footage inside the ride.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to go in there and just be surprised.
I know it's a Star Destroyer,
but that's about it.
Sorry?
No, I'll watch it, but I won't be happy about seeing new stuff in Rise.
I mean, according to the rumors, Rise is supposed to be one of the biggest attractions in Disney history. So I kind of want to go in unspoiled too, just to take it all in.
And then right after Rise opens in December, we have Rise of Skywalker. And the same month.
There's a lot of Star Wars rising in December. That is for sure.
The Rise of Star Wars.
Yes.
Head to a galaxy far, far away with our commemorative summer 2019 issue of Attractions Magazine. It's finally open. We take a look inside Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and show you all around this immersive new land. Talk to a few of the Disney cast members and Imagineers behind the creation, and even look at the Star Wars land that never was. Plus the latest news, rumors, and more packed into every issue. Get your copy and subscribe today at attractionsmagazine.com in print or digital in our app on Nook and Kindle.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is back at Magic Kingdom, and this year's event has new spooky surprises up its sleeve.
I was at the very first party to see what Mickey and his friends have to offer this Halloween.
We'll check it out.
I'm here at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That's right, it's already that time of year. I'm so excited. I got my Haunted Mansion shirt on. I wasn't able to get a costume yet because it's so early, but I'm definitely gonna have another one if I come back, and I probably will, because let's be real, Halloween, candy, Disney, it just fits together perfectly, and we're gonna see everything new and returning this year for the event.
Because you're a pirate, I'll make a special deal with you. I don't know who this gentleman is. He seems to be following awful close.
A little bit.
He's very interested in documenting everything that's happening in your life, Pirate Queen. Here's what I'll tell you. I don't know who those people
They're
are.
kind of passing us in the line there.
I know. You go in there, you steal the treasure, right? You bring it back here. You split it.
There be a fine crew, sailing for treasure. That is what I'm looking for. They're going to split the treasure with me. Stop! Careful. These are dangerous waters, and you aren't the first I've seen travel this way for treasure. You better hurry if you want to catch them. And take me with you. Please. Do you have a ladder? Or a rope?
Oh look, they got more ghosts on their boat. Ooh, so
That is very spooky.
they're all lit up. That's bad luck,
That's
that.
terrifying. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, you know, one time I went on a boat and there was a pirate all lit up like that, and yeah, just bad luck across the board.
Oh, all the squalls and the storms.
Yes, indeed, a lot of storms.
Did they get lost?
They did. They got terribly lost. I never found their way back.
So right when you get off Pirates of the Caribbean, guess what? You get more candy, but they're golden doubloons. Chocolate golden doubloons that say, "Dead men tell no tales." So for those of you who have allergies, food allergies, peanut allergies, you probably are kind of concerned when you're coming to these events, like, oh no, I can't get all the candy and stuff, but they have a special solution for you right behind me here in the Town Square Theater. You can come in here and you can get special, they have like a whole chart laid out, and you can pick out what candies you want, see what all the allergies, friendly things are, and get your own personalized bag of candy. I'm here with Stephen Miller. He's going to show us some of the exclusive things for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, some of the merchandise.
Well, let's boo this. I'm actually wearing one of my favorites. This is the new Halloween vest here. It's an instant costume. So if you're going to come out and take advantage of that season pass, you can come out and enjoy the party all year. Keep it in your car. And that way you can wear this, instant costume, come and get the candy, come and enjoy the attractions. But if you're looking for some other things, we have great T-shirts.
I love the Main Street on it.
Yeah, this is whole Mickey and Minnie trick-or-treating on Main Street. And so we wanted to do a whole family attire. So we have things like the new Party Ghoul in Training. It's a onesie that's for the little ones. Pass holder, exclusive tees that are only for pass holders. Raglans, adult tees, kids tees. It's kind of a mixture, but you can dress then, and you can throw this vest on over top of it, and it becomes a great, fun, festive costume.
I love how sparkly.
This is great. Yeah, this is a new Spirit jersey for the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular. Ever since they added that show, it's been such a wonderful addition to the Halloween season here. So this year, we really wanted to feature the Sanderson sisters around the cauldron. So you're going to see the cauldron theme on the new headband we've created for the party here, on the limited release pin set that we've created for the event, a Dooney and Burke handbag that wasn't created for the event, but it complements all of these other items. Similar art, yeah, same art style from that, and again, around the cauldron here. I'm a big fan of mugs. I love coffee. and this is one of them. This is the Cauldron mug this year. It's time for a little hocus pocus, it says on the back. So again, you can find these and a whole bunch of other things like pins. I mean, again, I mentioned the Sanders and Sisters pins. There's some other limited edition pins. This is part of a mystery pin set. The pin set has 2 randomly selected pins in a little treat box. You don't know which one you're going to get. You know, again, you can trade them. Look for that Frontier Trading Post. The other items, go to Emporium on Main Street, USA, or probably Big Top Souvenirs is going to be your other stop. Those are like the main hubs for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party merchandise. You can find them in a couple other places throughout the park, but those are probably the best 2 locations to go to first.
We have this year over 22 offerings. So let's start. Starting here in Anti-Gravity is our pumpkin spice milkshake. Moving over to the Castle Hub is a Jack Skeleton and Sally's Push Pop. To the Liberty Square Market, we have the Haunted Mansion themed Constance for Better for Worse wedding cake. In Pickles Bill, we're gonna serve the Worms in Dirt chocolate pudding. In Main Street Bakery is an over-the-top cupcake. It is the Amok cupcake. In Sleepy Hollow, we have the Mickey Waffle Sundae, pumpkin gelato. Also in Sleepy Hollow is a no-bake pumpkin cheesecake. So those are only some of our 22 offerings that we're selling in the park. And remember, as a pastry chef, I can only say, eat a lot of desserts. They're amazing.
So as an extra $100 on top of your, park admission for the event, you can come into Tony's Town Square Restaurant for Cruella's Halloween Hideaway, and they have a selection of food just here out for the buffet. There's some desserts, there's some alcoholic beverages, some beer and some wine, and Cruella kind of just walks around, and it's a nice way to kind of chill out because it's not as crowded in here, and you just have a drink while everyone's riding the rides, maybe if you're not into that sort of thing, and whenever you want, you can walk back out, go watch the parade, watch the fireworks, come back in, chill, and then just have a good time. With James. He's the show director of Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. It's the brand new fireworks display for the event this year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular is, like you said, our brand new spectacular here at Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It features Jack Skellington, who has arrived here to share a Halloween tale with our guests about how anything can happen on Halloween. The story features Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, who go on this trick-or-treat adventure through a haunted house. They meet ghosts, they meet skeletons, maybe a few villains, but in the end they realize that Halloween is a perfect balance of fun and scary, the best night ever.
Anything can happen on Halloween, as some friends found out on a night much like this one. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, Zero! Here, boy! Zero! Where is that dog? Ah, there you are, Zero. It's time now to take our friends on a Halloween adventure.
Oh, Mickey, I just love trick-or-treating. All the costumes.
And the candy. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. It's scary. Well, maybe more not so scary, Donald. Let's go. They were beautiful.
You said this place isn't so spooky after all.
Alright, so that's pretty much it for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year. Of course, there's a lot more we didn't get to show you. There's more candy, more rides, and it runs through select nights through October 31st, which is Halloween. And this year, they have a brand new thing called the Party Pass, and you can come pretty much every night. It's really cool.
MEI and Mousefan Travel is your expert source for no-fee travel planning. Visit mei-travel.com for a no-obligation quote today.
Skip the lines with undercover tourists, crowd calendars, touring plans, and mobile apps. Stop paying full price for your family vacation and visit Undercover Tours today.
The Epcot International Food and Wine Festival returns next week to Walt Disney World with plenty of international delights in store.
Our publisher Matt got a special sneak peek at this year's event.
Over to you. Hope you brought an empty stomach.
All right, I just pulled up to Epcot. We're getting a preview of the International Food and Wine Festival. I got my fruits and veggies back here, but you know what? You don't need to bring your own fruits and veggies. They'll cook it all up for you. Let's go see what's available. We can't come food and wine without talking about some food and some wine. You guys got some new stuff this year?
Yeah, that's right. We have a new marketplace called Alps this year, and we're going to be doing some Swiss raclette cheese warmed out there on stage over some potatoes and some pickles and some French bread. Come out and see it. It's going to be delightful.
Potatoes and pickles.
Potatoes and pickles. Tradition, right? Swiss Alps.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. It's very traditional.
There's also a donut box, it's called?
Coming in October. October 1st, later in the festival, to keep the content alive. It's going to be a donut box. And one thing that we're sampling here today is the coffee cocktail for adults with a large coffee chocolate donut over top of the glass. And then there's some other stuff that'll debut that you'll see on opening day.
I see you got some good samples here. What can you tell me about some of these?
Yeah, so some of these are newly inspired and some are guest favorites. So if you start from the left to right here, we have our shrimp dish, which is new at Thailand this year. We have a guest favorite with our jerk chicken, sweet plantain, and mango chutney. A new dish this year is a vegan option at Africa. It's based on a Kenyan dish called githeri, and it's curried rice, white beans, pigeon peas, and a little bit of slaw. And then a guest favorite coming back from Flavors from Fire. That's our corned beef with beer, cheese, fondue, and some cheese curds on top.
That was one of my favorites.
And then also a new dish this year at Coastal Eats, which is in our Next Eats experience. This is our sustainable seafood. It's Pacifico striped bass, and it's cooked right there in front of you on flat top. And then it's tostada with some pickled cabbage and a tomatillo avocado sauce.
What do we got here?
3 brand new desserts this year. Starting here, we have a new dessert in Active Eats. It's a combination of pecans, almonds, dried apricots, coconuts, puffed rice, and chocolate chips. So it's our energy fruit and nut snack. Here is the new dessert in Australia, so it's replacing the Lamington that we've had for several years. But this is a nice light dessert, especially if you're walking around and having all these great dishes. You want something nice and fruity. So we have pastry cream on the bottom, citrus marinated strawberries, blueberries, raspberries with lemon dusted myrtle meringues. Brand new dessert as well as a brand new kiosk is the lemon blueberry frangipane almond tart. So this is going to be featured in the Alps. So fresh blueberries baked in an almond frangipane cream and a creme fraiche cream on top.
All right, so we got the foods covered. Now we got to talk about some wines and some beers, and I even saw some mimosas this year. What was that?
So Shimmer and Chips Mimosa was introduced last year. Okay. However, by popular demand, we had 5 last year. We got the top 3 most popular, and we actually made it into a flight.
Nice.
So we have our blood orange, our key lime, and our tropical mimosa, which was a very hit last year. And Appleseed Orchard is a brand new kiosk this year. So everything is harvest apple. So we have a cider flight However, we will also be introducing a apple-inspired beer flight. So you will have a beer flight, you will have a cider flight, and we will also have some wines to go along in there. There is a charcuterie board that's going to be introduced in there, so you get to pick whether you want to have it with ciders, you want to have it with beers, or you want to have it with wine, or all three. For our new Alps kiosk, we do have a Swiss wine, which is a Rosé Gamay. The Rosé, by popular demand, is also one thing that's also still trending. We also be introducing it as a frozen wine cocktail, so you'll be able to get the Rosé just as a regular by the glass, or frozen.
All right, Food and Wine Festival. Got to try some of the food. So I tried 3 different types of foods here. This one's from Coastal Eats. It's a Pacifico striped bass tostado with fire roasted tomatillo sauce, whatever that is. I got my cheat sheet here. I have to read this. But this was really good. The bass was really good. It's a little hard to eat. Like, do I pick it up? Do I use a fork? I'm not sure. Then I tried this one, which is from Africa, and it's a spicy Kenyan vegan with white beans, pigeon peas, rice, curry rice pilaf. That was really good, and it's vegan. Get this in Africa. And then this one here, which you can see is mostly gone because this is my favorite. It's from Flavors from Fire. That's usually up the front of the park. And it's a smoked corned beef with crispy potatoes, cheese curds, pickled onions, and beer cheese fondue. It's the beer cheese that makes this really good. And then, of course, we're at a Food and Wine Festival, so I gotta have some wine. This is from Flavors of Fire. It's a Zinfandel. I had to pick this up. It's there's a new stand this year called the Donut Box, and it's up by Mouse Gear, so you want to stop there. This one has alcohol in it. It's a black and white coffee cocktail of some sort. When it has a coffee donut on top, coffee toppings on it. Very good. Tastes like an iced coffee. Of course, I'm not gonna bite in the donut right now. I'm afraid it might fall over everywhere, but that's really cool. And I also wanted to show you this. They've had beer flights before, they've had cider flights. Now they have a mimosa flight. So check this out. We got a key lime, or regular orange juice, and a blood orange. Yum. I can't wait to dig into these. All right, that's just a small preview of what you're going to see at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival this year. It starts on August 29th, which is the same day Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens. So I suggest let the crowds be at the Hollywood Studios that day. Head over to Epcot for the Food and Wine Festival, enjoy that. Go back over, and then go back over to the Food and Wine because it runs till November 23rd. I think that's the longest it's run ever. So you got plenty of time to check it out a few times.
Have you downloaded our free Attractions Magazine app? It features news articles, as well as every issue of our magazine available right in the app. Plus, catch up on all episodes of the show, and even view all of our online videos in one place. Download the app for free in the App Store today.
This week's birthday shoutouts go out to Denise Prescott, Jen Boss, Calvin Lester, Audrey Paget, and Lance Hart.
Happy birthday, everyone!
D23 Expo 2019 is this weekend.
I know, like we talked about earlier, we'll be there capturing all the action on the show floor and at the panels. And if you don't want to miss anything, be sure to follow us on social media.
You can find us at Attractions on Twitter, at Attractions Magazine on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our D23 Expo coverage.
We want to thank MEI, Mouse Fan, and Universal Fan Travel, our preferred travel agent. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
And thanks to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando and California attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
Give Kids the World Village is a nonprofit resort that provides week-long, cost-free vacations to children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. To learn more about how you can get involved, visit gktw.org. All right. So, D23 Expo this weekend, that's big. Another big thing is happening next week, and that is the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So finally, we're opening ours, and I will be there next week going to Batuu for the very first time. I have avoided going to Batuu during all the cast and past sort of previews because I wanted...
Avoided?
I avoided it.
Specifically. Like, I do not want to go.
Because I want my first time to be
That's fair.
for the show and on
That's
camera.
True. That's good.
So you are pretty much now an expert on Batuu.
Yeah,
How many times you've been to both coasts now?
I've just been to this one once. I went to the pass holder preview a couple days ago. And it's pretty much exactly the same on both coasts.
There's little...
Yeah, there's just... It's not like good or bad differences. People are like, which one's better? And everyone who's asked me that,
the better
like,
one's the one closest to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But it's definitely just like differences that aren't like good or bad per se. Just like, oh, that's odd.
Like style changes,
like, yeah,
kind of things like...
Like this is blue instead of like... I don't even know what color.
It must be some kind of thing that has to do with like the things that the Florida community that can withstand the Florida community.
That's what I would assume. And then like the fact that we have a larger resistance area in general, I think it's just because they had to cram theirs into a small space to be able to get around the rivers of America.
That's true.
In Disneyland.
That's very true. Now, advice here. What should I do? What do I need to do when I get there?
Cantina first is definitely because that line always just immediately fills up unless you've been able to get a reservation.
No.
Well, you know.
Luckily, this is a media event, so I think I'm going to get in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although when I went to the one in Disneyland, there was still a line.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
It was crowded. Everyone wants to eat at that drink rather at that cantina. And then of course you got to go on the Falcon.
What's your favorite spot?
Either of the pilots.
Either of the pilots.
I'd say they're pretty much equal.
Okay.
It's, I guess left and right probably makes you feel like you have a little bit more control because there's more to dodge. You know, when you're kind of zooming through the city I don't know the planet,
and you're going after Coaxium. I know that.
Yeah, it's the one from Solo as well, where he's from. Wow, whoa, I'm blanking.
Oh, it's that industrial planet.
Yes, correct.
From the beginning.
Corellia.
I didn't even know that it was actually Corellia. Okay, that's a cool little tie-in. All right, well, I'm very excited. We'll have that on our next week's episode of the Attraction Show, so stay tuned for that. I fully expect to cry when I see that Falcon.
I did too, but I just I was on camera and I was like, I can't.
Oh no, I have no shame. I will cry on camera because it makes for good footage.
I hope you do. I hope you cry. I hope you feel immense joy and you have to express it.
I hope so too.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, visit your local attractions, try something new, stay safe, but most of all, have fun.